Pacers finding the momentum that they needed. Look, as of 7, 8 minutes ago of game time, I was getting a little bit worried. They looked like they were in a very, very tough spot, but right now, man, they're catching the heat that they needed. And they've done a good job. 11 points off the turnover. They've gotten out in transition a good bit, so hopefully we can see if Marywood can keep this going.
I mean, what a great job, by a lot of guys on the bench who have kind of played, in minutes this year, right, to really rally this thing back in.
Wirt fading away over Garvin, no good. As Cheney grabs the rebound, works quickly. Pateta fakes. Will kick it out. Quinn from downtown gets it! The Pacers catching fire, ahead by 5!
What a great job there by Quinn. Coach knew it the second the defender left, would knock down the triple.
Pacers coming out in the press. Playing their style of ball now. The pull-up jumper from Herbert goes in. Good look to get to the mid-range and to elevate.
Really rose up on that elbow jumper right there. Nice job to kind of try to stop this run a little.
Machako, heat check. Comes off the front iron. Wirt catches it in stride. Trying to get downhill. And he does the right mustard on that one. And like that, Marywood's lead down to 1. Looking to halt the momentum the Pacers had. Machako losing his handle momentarily, looking for some help, finds Cheney. The kick. Quinn will reset it to Machako. He's going to use the help from Quinn. The step back. Coming up off the mark. Quinn hustling for the rebound. The possession staying with Marywood. Machako, 2 for $1. Gets that one to fall.
Oh, what a great job by Quinn. He came from the opposite side of the court to grab that rebound, keeps the possession alive, gets Machako another look from 3.
That is what Quinn takes pride in. The scoring he's picked up this year, but he does everything else really well, including a good defensive possession there, closing out on the mid-range jumper.
It's the little things, man, And when you got a team with a lot of scorers as talented as Marywood is, you can implement doing the little things consistently and right. You make yourself very difficult to beat.
Quinn driving baseline, in some trouble, looking for some help. Using the contact. Shot not going to count. The shot was, they said it was on the floor. So Edward Salou going to pick up the foul. But a good job. He was in a difficult spot and was able to bait the junior guard into fouling him.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of got a negative connotation, but, that's the word nowadays. I guess foul baiting, right? And, it's kind of what officials are calling now. A lot of people use it a lot of times to get out of sticky situations.
So Perry taking it out underneath. Got it in quickly to Lofton. Perry in the corner. We'll swing it back out. Cross court. Lofton open look. Rips the net! Marywood catching fire from downtown, now ahead by 7.
Yeah, that's the risk you take when Messiah wants to play zone defense. Wow, what a layup the glass.
Yeah, Herbert wasting no time to get a couple of those points back.
A great job there by Herbert transition with the lay, but that's the risk Messiah is taking by playing the zone. They're going to dare Marywood to shoot threes, and they're going to shoot them.
About 5:15 remaining in this first half. Lofton and Perry working from outside. Lofton pulling from deep again. Too much behind it. Pateta trying to save it. He does, and Himmelberg in the right spot at the right time.
Oh, man, I don't know by design or not, but what a job to keep it alive. Just an accurate pass to the middle of the lane. Himmelberg wide open for the easy putback.
Herbert was cutting back doors, swung it back out. McBride had it in the low block, tipped away by Lofton. From the corner, Herbert finds it.
Yeah, good job. I mean, we'll have to try to come over and come up with a steal there just a second late. Herbert, nice skip pass to Herbert for the 3.
Perry and Quinn working together. Trying to look for that open look. High arcing pass to Lofton in the corner. Inside Himmelberg. Patetta, the swing. Quinn from deep. Yes! Andrew Quinn doing it again for the Pacers.
I mean, it's just a great job. It's exactly how the foul is called right there, how you're going to beat the zone, right? They hit the top of the zone, down low to the zone, then out for the three. Good job by Zero to knock it down.
Picked up the foul, but nonetheless, you can see how fired up he is going over to the bench. 1-1 now for Messiah. This is what Marywood needed. They needed the momentum. They needed to catch their spark, and they have done exactly that, Matthew.
Yeah, man. I mean, look, the extremely hot start for Messiah, and it was a little uncomfortable, right? I haven't been down too much this year, but they're an offensive-minded team, so rise up to the occasion.
Messiah not unknown to shootouts, went to overtime at home against St. Joe's Brooklyn. As well, a shootout against Wilson College, their most recent victory, as Lyles makes both. So coming out in the full court press are the Falcons. Get across, Himmelberg. Patetta faked from the corner. Gets called for the walk, lost his footing a little bit. Pacers ahead by 5, about 4 minutes left in the first half. Work downhill, finds McBride on the inside. And a foul going to be called. I believe Cheney picked it up. That's who will be called for it. So McBride going to go to the line.
55%, about on the year for the big man.
He's had a good year overall, averaging just under a double-double, 11 points, 9.6 rebounds per game, good for second in the MAC. And also, you're standing at 6'8", you're going to have to send some shots away. Does a good job of that, projecting about 1.3 shots per game, good for third in the conference.
Use that big 6'8" frame.
As Lugo picking up his third. Think he was fine up until that last little movement of his arm coming down. So Edward Salou battled for the rebound. And now the first year forward for the Pacers picking up his third.
Yeah, they've done a pretty good job holding Edward Salou in check up until this point. Played 3 games so far this year, but in those 3 games are really talented, 12 points a game.
Yeah, you mentioned that. So only played 3. The most recent 3. Missed the first 4 games of the season. Made his debut this year against Shenandoah University in the 74-61 loss. Contributed his season high of 16 points and 8 rebounds in the win against Wilson. And then 11 points and 4 rebounds against McDaniel, their last time out.
Yeah, that was the film that I watched. Just real athletic. Good job of, does a really good job of getting inside, using his body. Credit to the Pacers, though. Had shut him down up until this point.
So both good from the line. 3-point ball game here in Scranton, Pennsylvania. As we near halftime. Lofton across half, able to pick through and find Perry. Marywood working around. Machaco, kick. Perry from the corner. He joins in. Why not?
A great job by Machaco to get to the middle of the floor. When you get to the middle, like we talked about, in that zone defense, it breaks everything down. Good job by number 12 to knock down the 3.
He's talked to me about his ability to start shooting more. He's shooting 63% entering tonight's game from downtown. As that shot sent away, last touched by the Pacers. So Messiah will take it out underneath.
A lot of 3-point sets out of this look. Seen them drawn up for work before.
Word on the opposite side, using the screen from McBride. On his way to the basket, soft touch off the glass.
Yeah, good job just using the screen, and just too easy, getting to the middle of the floor for the easy layup.
Bivens just outside the arc. Gives it to Machaco. Cross court, Himmelberg fakes. Inside, finds Bivens, soft touch home, and John Shower's gonna rush to call a timeout.